There are 7 covenants that God made with humanity, but the modern church only talks about 2. The other 5 have been deliberately forgotten. What are they hiding from you? The 3rd covenant will send chills down your spine. Shalom, truth seekers. This is Hidden Mysteries of the Bible, where we unearth secrets that have been buried for centuries. Today, we're going to reveal something that few pastors have the courage to teach from the pulpit. The Bible records 7 divine covenants, 7 alliances of blood, fire, and eternity. But you've probably only heard about the covenant with Abraham and the new covenant in Christ. The others? Erased from the collective memory of the church. Why? The first covenant was made in the garden. God didn't just create man, He made a covenant of dominion. Be fruitful and multiply, have dominion over all the earth. But notice, this covenant included a deadly condition, not to eat from the tree of knowledge. When Adam broke the covenant, something cosmic was shattered. The literal earth was cursed. Genesis 3:17 is clear. Cursed is the ground because of you. After the fall, God established the second covenant, not with Adam directly, but concerning the serpent. I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your offspring and hers. This is the proto-gospel, the first promise of the Messiah. But here's what few people realize. This covenant reveals that there is a literal lineage of Satan on earth, the seed of the serpent. John 8:44, Jesus confirms, "You are of your father, the devil." After the flood, God made a covenant with Noah that is absolutely chilling when you understand the implications. Yes, the rainbow is the sign, but read Genesis 9:5-6 carefully. "Surely I will require your blood. From every beast I will require it, and from every man." God is saying that He will demand an account for every life. This covenant established human government and capital punishment. But there's something more sinister. God promises never again to destroy the earth with water, but said nothing about fire. 2 Peter 3:7 confirms, "The heavens and the earth which are now are reserved for fire." And here's the detail no one tells you. In the covenant with Noah, God permitted the consumption of meat for the first time. Genesis 9:3, "Everything that moves shall be food for you." Before the flood, humanity was vegetarian. What changed? Human DNA was corrupted by the Nephilim. Longevity dropped drastically. Noah lived 950 years, but his descendants, less and less. The Noahic covenant marks the transition from antediluvian humanity to post-diluvian, literally a new human species. This one you know, but let me show you what they didn't tell you. When God made a covenant with Abraham, He commanded Abraham to cut animals in half and pass between them, Genesis 15:9-17. This was the ancient blood covenant ceremony. It meant, may this happen to me if I break the covenant. But notice, only God passed between the animals, represented by fire and smoke. Abraham was sleeping. Why? Because this covenant depended only on God. It was unconditional. Israel may fail, but the covenant remains. Romans 11:29, "The gifts and calling of God are irrevocable." The covenant of the law, 613 commandments, but here's the brutal truth. This covenant was made to prove that humanity cannot fulfill the law. Romans 3:20, "By the law comes the knowledge of sin." It was a mirror showing our total depravity, and it was conditional. "If you will obey my voice and keep my covenant," Exodus 19:5. Israel broke it in 40 days with the golden calf. God promised David that his throne would be eternal. "Your house and your kingdom shall be established forever." But David died. Solomon died. The lineage was interrupted in the Babylonian exile. Or was it? Here's the mystery. Jesus is called Son of David 17 times in the New Testament. Matthew 1 traces the genealogy. The Davidic covenant is being fulfilled now. Christ is on the throne at the Father's right hand. And when He returns, Isaiah 9:7, "Of His government there will be no end." The literal kingdom will be restored. This cup is the new covenant in my blood, Jesus at the Last Supper. But the new covenant was prophesied 600 years earlier by Jeremiah. And see what God promises. I will put my law within them, and I will write it on their hearts. No longer external, but internal. This is the only covenant that nullifies the previous one, the Mosaic covenant, Hebrews 8:13. In that he says, a new covenant. He has made the first obsolete. And we now live under grace, not law. But attention, this doesn't mean absence of holiness. It means supernatural power to live in holiness. Now notice the divine pattern. Each covenant is progressively more specific. Edenic, all humanity. Adamic, all post-fall humanity. Noahic, all post-flood humanity. Abrahamic, one nation, Israel. Mosaic, one nation, Israel under law. Davidic, one family, royal lineage. New covenant, back to all humanity, but through one man, Jesus Christ. See the design? God narrowed the focus to a single point, Christ, and then exploded back out to all humanity. It's an inverted funnel. It's genius. It's divine. So why has the church hidden these covenants from you? Because they reveal something disturbing. God operates through blood, covenant, and irrevocability. Nothing in the Bible is casual. Everything is legal, cosmic, eternal. When you understand the 7 covenants, you understand God's complete plan from Genesis to Revelation. You see that every promise will be fulfilled literally. Israel will be restored. Christ will return. David's throne will be eternal. And you, if you're in the new covenant, you're covered by the eternal blood of a covenant that will never be broken. The truth has always been revealed to those who seek. The question is, are you ready to see? If this video opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs to exit the religious matrix. And subscribe because the deepest mysteries are still to come. Until the next revelation, Shalom.